Hi guys, so today we're going to be talking about a Max for Live plugin that is absolutely free, and it's called Rozzer. It's a MIDI effect, and once you install it, I don't have to show you how to Google and find it, install it. It's on the Max for Live website. It's free, and once you install it, which I might do a video about how to install Max for Live plugins, but if you know how to do it, install it, it'll show up in the Max for Live and the Max MIDI effects drop down. And while we're here, I'm going to add a kick drum because I know we're going to need one. So let's add an operator bass. Let's just add bass to this. The Rozzer is an advanced step sequencer. It looks intimidating, but today we'll just discuss the pitch, octave velocity, just a few things. We can get into other stuff later, but you don't need to know how all this other stuff works. Sorry about my color scheme, but this button should say random, RND. This right here says key, and this says C. And as you adjust this will change from C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F. We can choose the modes here. So let's press play, and we are sequencing this one bass synth. Let's just play with randomize. Let's choose maybe a major scale. Press play, and let's press the notes. There you go, we're in major. C major. C pentatonic. Let's press randomize again. Let's try the gate. What this will do is it'll turn some of the notes on, some of them off, so we don't have a 16th note drilling in our head. That's something I can work with. Look at that. Already we transformed this into a bass line that is definitely usable. See, how loud are we here? Let's turn this down a little bit. Alright, that's good. Let's program a little kick. Take the grid down to 1/8. I'm pressing command and then 1 to slice it up, and I'm pressing 2 to lower the slices or subdivide it less. So let's put a kick on the 1, and then command D, command D, command D. Press play, and we have a kick. Try the gate again. I don't want to mess up this bass line, but let's listen to it. So this sequencer, the Rozzer, is great because everything can run in its own meter. So you can do polyrhythms with this very easily. So let's take this bass line to 7. So that would be 7/8. While the gate is still going to be running at 16th, so every time it loops around, you're going to hear different variations. Now let's change the notes again. Let's pick a different mode. So this is very powerful. Press the octave. You can randomize everything by pressing this. So that just randomized the gate, the tie, the velocity, the octave, and the notes. Do it again. Adjust them manually, of course. Change the gate, of course, to match if I want more of a consistent rhythm. Right? So now let's add another MIDI track. So let's add another MIDI track. Go back to Max for Live and let's add another Rozzer. So we have that bass line and that kick going. So what we're going to do here is we are going to, let's throw in a hi-hat. So that's what our hi-hat sounds like. Pretty straightforward. We can use the sequencer to chop this up. So let's throw in the hi-hat. Any WAV file onto a MIDI track is going to create and put it into simpler. Then we can slice it up. Now all these slices get laid out across the keyboard and they all represent a note, which we can control with the sequencer. Pretty neat. Let's see what it sounds like. Let's warp this. Change the envelope. Right? Sounds cool. So that is playing this first slice. This sequencer is just hanging on to this first slice. I mean, that sounds cool to me. This is techno. But here's where the magic happens. I think you guys know what's going to happen. Let's press the randomize. Oh yeah. How incredibly cool is that? You can take any of your hi-hat loops or any loop. Not any loop works, but some loops just, I mean, they're magic. Adjusting the envelope. Let's add some gate to that. So like I said before, on a sample, oh, I didn't say this before. So on a sample, the octave isn't going to change the pitch of the notes. What it's going to do is it's going to pull from the higher notes up here because this is laid across the keyboard. So it'll just give it variation. And you can see. So I can choose the whole top lane, and as you can see right here, it's pulling from this group of samples an octave lower. Now it's down here. Let's randomize the octave. Let's randomize the notes. If you want less sounds to choose from, you can also lower the sensitivity and you'll have less slices that the sequencer will choose from. Just depends on what you want. See, as I raise the sensitivity, so that can this all day and export these samples to a separate track. If you guys want me to teach you how to do that, it's pretty easy, but you can randomize this, put on an audio track, record those hi-hats, and create a group of hi-hats. Let's try a different hi-hat, see if this works. So cool. So like I said, polyrhythms. Pick any random polyrhythm. 14, 13. This can also sometimes work for other things. For example, let's try it with this, and we can see if we can make something. So this loop's in A minor. The bass line was in C. Let's move it up to A. See, sometimes it works, play around with different pads you have, anything, hi-hats, bass lines, literally anything. So I hope this video helped you out a little bit, that you learned something. If you want more audio tutorials, subscribe to my channel. There'll be plenty more on the way, and thank you for watching.